Conspiracy Corner.
Jeb Bush used to be a waitress in Kalamazoo. Every boxing match since 1973 is required by law to be perfectly in sync with Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. Da Vinci had extremely webbed toes and fingers, which is why he was so focused on human anatomy. Every movie theater in the world projects the same subliminal message. Buy more Tide Pods. The sun rises in the west and sets in the east. Big Compass has its secrets. Harry Potter does oodles of cocaine in the unfinished prequels. The Illuminati is behind Solo, a Star Wars story. Deepfakes were invented in 1948, and every single thing you've ever seen, including this thing you're watching right now, is a deepfake. Polar bears are stealing all of our bread.
We're losing our bread.
Freemasonry has evolved to a more selective level called expensive masonry. Overseas labor is so cheap simply because they do it for the joy. Every Oscar nominee is required to carry a live grenade in their back right pocket. Australian toilets don't flush counterclockwise. Instead, they yell obscenities directly into your butthole in Porcelain. House paint has more lead in it now than it did before. George Bush Jr. and George Bush Sr. are the same immortal being. All lumberjacks have wives named either Linda or Michelle. If you've met a lumberjack with a wife by a different name, they're lying to you. Teachers are actually millionaires. They're just really humble about it. The Oompa Loompas are keeping Willy Wonka prison. Valentine's Day was invented by pharmaceutical companies to sell Viagra. Whatever happened to Lindsay Lohan's twin? Cave people got around town on tiny, biodegradable bicycles. Eating raw meat, and only raw meat, for the majority of your life will allow you to access the ancestral plane. The atomic bomb was invented by the Han Dynasty in ancient China. Bill Gates was the true inventor of the telephone. Alexander Graham Bell just copied his work. A child can only be conceived by 3 people. The third person is both invisible and highly perverted. All hibachi chefs meet in the woods once every 7 years to show each other their Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Someone is pumping crushed up Flintstone vitamins in the water supply. A rooster has never said cock-a-doodle-doo. The TV show Planet Earth is all shot on a soundstage in the Bronx Zoo. Every dinosaur in existence spoke fluent French. Pictures imprison your photons forever. Let them be free. Real men wear but you don't know what color that is because they keep it from you. The Olympics actually started in 1876 in Cleveland, Ohio. The sun has absolutely nothing to do with plant health. The Montreal Canadian hockey team is spelled Canadien because they're from an alternate timeline. That's also why they suck. Cats are furry snakes with legs invented by ancient Egyptians to protect them from scorpions. Daniel Radcliffe actually has magic powers, and what did he do with them? Climate change. Banksy is Tiger Woods in whiteface. When you dry off with a towel and the towel gets wet, where does the water go? How is the towel dry the next day? Don't tell me evaporation. What are cheerleaders training for?
How can we stop them?
The years 2000 to 2014 never actually happened. A secret society convened in 1999 and decided to jump ahead to 2015, but no one wants to admit that. The willow tree is the most emo of all the trees. They all listen to My Chemical Romance, which is why their hair looks like that. Matilda was a documentary. We need to catch the witch and burn her. There is a business like show business. There are several. Swedish people are faking it. Vacuum cleaners were invented by George Foreman. Doctors only ask for a urine sample if you're a certified freak. Hillary Clinton and Ellen DeGeneres swapped lives in 2009. Freaky Friday style. Tree leaves turn into feathers when you attach them to birds. Mike Myers has been working on Shrek 5 for the past 15 years. Critical thinking is a myth. Every thought that you think was a thought by another thinker. Mead is just beer, but with more poverty. I'm pretty sure Bud Light is a mead. Whether you call it soccer or football, it's all the same ceremonious dance orchestrated by the Teletubbies. The New World Order's focus is mainly to keep Adam Sandler's career alive. All cows are males. The female ones just have innies. Tom Hanks actually died on the set of Forrest Gump and was replaced by a talking bonobo chimp. Snow is 100% interchangeable with white pepper. Amish people have figured out space travel to Mars. They just don't feel like going. Chevy Chase once consumed 46 live ferrets in Tacoma, Washington on a dare. Bostonians love Dunkin' Donuts so much because of all the 5G exposure. If you play WAP backwards, it's Leviticus. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Me neither. Me neither. Me neither.